Hi to the people who are watching us or listening us while working. I hope your deadlines are completed and your manager is extra sweet to you. I am here, Rida Farid Basmi, on the episode of In Dialogue with TMM, where the conversations are full of wisdom, intellect, and a little bit of laughters and jokes. They say that building a house is a project, building a city is a legacy, but imagine building a city worth around 4,000 acres. That means you're God's favorite child. And today I have him on board with me. That's Mr. CJ Singh, the COO of the Wave City. So just one question. How did you make it look so effortlessly?
This is actually a 4,200 acres township. It's a large, integrated, pre-certified, platinum-rated township which we are developing. See, today it is extremely difficult to acquire this kind of a land, but then yes, we made efforts and we could acquire this piece of land, and we are developing this as a beautiful township.
Basically, you made it possible. So we did a little digging while doing our research. We found out you're a alumni of Punjab University based out of Chandigarh. And we all know that Chandigarh is India's first planned city. So while walking through your campus, did you ever imagine you would be responsible for building a small country or a city within a city?
Yes, I'm an alumnus of Punjab University. In fact, I did my MBA from University Business School, Chandigarh. Chandigarh has always been an inspiration for all developers. It's probably one of the first few planned cities in the country. It's very beautiful, very thoughtful design planning has been done. Large green spaces, large roads, all integrated into sectors, and those sectors are very, very self-sufficient. So besides Chandigarh, I would also draw my inspiration for cantonments.
Okay.
You know, my father was an army officer, and I was being an army child. We had this opportunity of being brought up in the cantonment areas. Although the infrastructure, etc., in cantonment areas was not up to the mark, but it was the upkeep of those infrastructure, those properties in cantonment, which was extremely important. That made life so beautiful, so thriving in those cantonments. So it is not only the infrastructure part of it, it is also how you maintain and upkeep those things.
So it's just like subconsciously you have been raised in a very organized infrastructure, it seems like.
Maybe you can say that.
Yeah. So as you say, 4,200 acre is a number I can't even imagine. If you could just give us a little preview or a third bird eye preview, how would it be like? What's Wave City like then?
See, these 4,200 acres is under UP's high-tech policy, for which we were granted a license. Out of that, we've already developed about 2,000 acres, and rest is under process. Out of these 4,200 acres, roughly 1/3 of the area, we've kept it for greens and open areas. And then we have all other kinds of development besides the residential. It's going to be commercial, also industrial, and also the PSPs.
Okay.
The PSP is the public utilities, wherein we will have the hospitals, the police stations, the schools, and all that stuff. And in residential, it's going to be all kinds of residences, which means the high-rise, the mid-rise, the low-rise, the high-density houses, the affordable ones, the luxury ones. And similarly, in commercial, we'll have the shops, the retail areas, and the office areas. And industrial is primarily going to be non-polluting industry.
Okay. So as you just said that you kept 1/3 of the area for greenery. In an economy where every inch of land is sold for profits, how does Mr. CJ Singh and the Wave City Group as a company or an organization have that moral standing of just being standing on the ground like say, okay, no, we are not selling this land, this is for the green space. If you can just dive us through.
We are, in fact, in this industry for a long haul. So we're not looking for short-term profits. You're right that land is extremely premium now. It's very difficult to buy, even if you have money, it's very difficult to buy a fresh piece of lands. but our investment is in long term. We know if we are able to create good livable city with good environment, then definitely the prices of this property are going to go up, and it's a long-term benefit which we're going to reap from this industry.
Yes, it surely is. And sir, I think Wave City as an industry have catered to different people on the different stages of life. You have luxury segment, then you have the wave floors for privacy, and then you have freedom for plots also. So if you can just run us through what other segments do you have for everybody?
See, in residential segment, as I told you, we have all kinds of housing. We have housing for all strata of the society. We have affordable housing. I mean, we have houses for economically weaker sections, for the lower income group. And in fact, the prices start from as low as about 5 lakh of rupees.
No way.
Then we have middle income group houses. I mean, those prices are ranging between 50 lakhs to, let's say, 1 crore rupees. Then we also have a very successful project by the name Varidia, which we launched in the luxury segment, and the prices are about 5 crores of rupees for that. So ranging from 5 lakhs to 5 crores, and that is the kind of built-up accommodation, built-up units which are available here. Besides that, you also have plots, you have low-density houses, and other stuff which is coming up.
So it's truly appreciative because in a industry where everybody is selling on the name of luxury and premium, you're actually looking forward for everybody that housing is a necessity. So you did cater to lower economic people or people who, because in India, makaan is a dream for everyone. Khud ka makaan hona is a dream. So it's so grateful of that fact that you did cater to that people also.
No, actually, for any city to be economically viable, economically sustainable, it has to be all kinds of, all strata of people living here. If you have a business, you need workers. If you're a worker, you need employers. So this is a very, very economically sustained model, wherein there will be people of all walks of life living this entire township. In fact, I didn't share with you that eventually once this township is ready, we are going to cater to something like 7 lakh of people. So this is going to be a huge place, almost a new city which is under the making.
So actually now we have reached to a point where Wave City is just not a project, it's a living society, it's a city as you said. So is there any feature that you thought that in this current scenario, you thought turned out to be better than the blueprint?
Before I answer your question, let me tell you the various features of Wave City and various infrastructural stuff which we have done in Wave City. You know, as I told you, city is eventually going to house something like 7 lakh of people.
Yes.
Now, how do we cater to this kind of a population, which is almost like putting up a new city altogether?
Yeah.
As you normally say, the roads, the greens, the water, the electricity, the safety and security of the residents. So all these things had to be catered to by the developer and not by the authority. So what we've done is that we took care of all the concerns of the residents, and the first and the foremost thing we did here was to ensure that there is absolute safe environment for the families to live in here.
Okay.
So a small thing which I would like to point out that, for example, we built up a boundary wall of something like 4 kilometers with gates and cameras. So today I have more than 1,500 cameras installed at various points in the city. Okay. Besides that, providing water to the residents was also a big task. So the entire water works, etc., has been developed by us. When I say water, I mean both the potable water as well as the treatment of the black water. For the potable water, it is the drinking water which we supply to the residents. So this water is taken from the bore wells, pumped into the underground tanks, and then it goes to the overground tanks and then supplied to the residents. And at various stages, the testing, etc., is done that the water is fit for consumption.
Nice.
Now, the sewage treatment, or as we call it, the black water treatment, that itself is a very, very big task because
Of course.
we have put up a sewage treatment plant which is eventually going to be 17.5 million liters per day. So that is the kind of capacity which we put in. So the first phase of this plant is already ready, which is about 7.5 million liters per day. So this capacity is already installed and it's processing. Then the treated water is again tested and we got our own labs. So after the testing, etc., this is pumped into our horticulture system, or this water is used for construction. Even the electricity, the infrastructure, the entire infrastructure is created by us, and we are one point supplier. Which means that it is not the government to whom the residents go. They come to us and we provide them the electric connections. So the entire electricity is supplied by us. All failures, repairs and everything is taken care of by us. And in fact, it is all, the consumption is integrated into the residents' app. So people can see at any point in time that how much electricity they have used. They can make online payment. They can put their complaints online. So all these features and facilities have been provided to the residents. Now, if you ask me which is one of the best features or one of the best things which we have done in the past, for which we are very proud of, I think I would say that we are very proud of the residents who have come in here and who have started inhabiting and have started using the infrastructure which we have created, and we're getting a lot of support from them, and they are very cooperative. And I think probably, yes, we have a very nice, thriving community which is developing now.
I don't even know what to ask you now because you have given me a complete picture of the city, I would say. And as you say that you have a 4-kilometer boundary wall, all with secured with cameras and everything, you have a place called Central Command Center, which act as a brain of the Wave City. So if you could describe me what a day look like there.
See, as I told you, it's extremely important that how you manage a city. Creating infrastructure is one part of the story, and the other part is maintaining the city, governing the city. When I say maintaining and governing the city, is not only the cleaning part of it. This means providing all the required services to the residents as and when they demand it.
Okay.
Now, as I told you that in this part of the country, some times back, the security and law and orders used to be a concern. With this government coming in, a lot of things have already changed. Now people are preferring to come here, so we address their concerns first. So if we talk about the security part of it, besides having more than 500 security guards, the QRT teams, we also have more than 1500 cameras. Now these cameras are useful only if you are monitoring them properly.
Yeah,
so what we have done is that we've created this central command center for the entire project, wherein there is round the clock monitoring of the feed of these cameras. And if any action is required to be taken, immediately the QRT, the quick response teams or the relevant officials are called, and the security and safety concerns of the residents are taken care of. Now, besides these CCTV cameras, what we monitor is also the services. We have these smart services. When I spoke to you about the water treatment plants, etc. Now, we have softwares which can even detect if there are some water leakages, if the water is needs to be purified little more, etc. All those reports can be generated in this command center, and effective actions can be taken immediately. Similarly, for electricity, we've installed something like 94 RMUs. And these are all integrated into the grid, and it is managed from the central command center. So we get to know immediately whenever there is a power outage. We get to know that why is the power outage and which point is defective. So the electricians can reach that point and repair that. You would have seen many major towns that it takes very long to detect that what fault has occurred in the grid, in the line. So whereas in our case, we get to know by sitting in the command center only. So the people who are monitoring the command center round the clock would get to know immediately that where the problem lies. So all these facilities and also the water, as I told you, even regarding the water part of it also. And also the traffic management. This traffic management on the roads is also being done and monitored from this central command center.
So one thing I should say this, and the name, putting the name Central Command Center, I think nothing beats it, because there's so much of controlling there. There was so much of managing there that I think you couldn't have come up with a better name than saying Central Command Center. Yeah. And also with the traffic point, we Delhi people, Delhi NCR people are very much put hate because of a traffic. So you just reduce that stress for the traffic. So I think that's the one good thing we should be appreciated.
See, we have beautifully designed roads at Wave City. You would have seen today that the main arterial road is 57 meters. Then the other connecting roads are as big as 60 meters to 62 meters. The sector roads are between 18 meters to 24 meters. So we got huge, large roads. So the traffic congestion is not there. And since this is a master planned city, which is to take care of a population of about 7 lakh eventually. So all this infrastructure is being provided to cater to this population.
So as you just said that now we are not just a project, we are a society of 30,000 happy faces. So as the COO of Wave City, what is this one responsibility or personal trademark you are leaving with the city? Is it the infrastructure, is it the lifestyle, or is it the facilities, or just happy faces of 30,000 residents living here?
I think everything is important here to see those 30,000 smiling faces today. And eventually those 7 lakh smiling faces. So we would like to stick to our master plan and provide all the facilities which we had committed for, and then see that we are able to create the thriving communities, and these people use these facilities and be happy here.
Okay. And just a secret question, just between us and our audience who is watching this. Okay. What is the biggest headache that people don't see that goes behind the scenes of the Wave City?
See, as such, this is not very easy to develop this kind of city, such a large city. Besides, land acquisition, which has become a problem today. To run a city, the major issue is regarding, I won't call that an issue, but then it's a big task. Is the waste management.
Of course.
We have to collect the waste door to door. We want the residents to segregate that into organic and inorganic waste. The organic waste goes into the organic waste composters. There are some machines which we already bought, and we're processing this waste. And then also the construction and debris waste. So that has to be taken and stored at a place. Now somehow I find a little difficult to make the residents segregate the waste and understand the issue altogether. But we're trying our best, and many people are now understanding the waste management part of it. Now, then comes the black water, which is the sewerage part of it, which I shared with you. We had to put in a lot of investment. There's about a 50 crores investment which we put in, and eventually that is going to treat the black water, and then the treated water to be used for our horticulture and for other things. So waste management is a very big task, which I feel takes a lot of our time and energies.
I think land acquisition is one side, management on other side. It's just that the amount of patience you people have to make this plan happen is something that should be discussed, because either you have to be insanely determined to get this plan done, or you could have given up. But then, as I introduce our audience to you, you have been God's favorite child, touchwood, touchwood. That is how it makes all possible. Like, I think in this conversation, there are so many things that I learned. Apart from the Wave City, I also learned the kind of person you have been and the role in the Wave City group. Just tell me very honestly, if you could send yourself a postcard back to your 15-year-old self, what would it say? Would it be a warning, or would it be a intellectual advice, or would it just say that the air view of the Wave City is worth it, so stay cool?
I'll be very careful while answering this question to you.
Sure.
See, in fact, I would like to, if I get an opportunity to address all the residents in one go, and if I have to write a postcard to all these residents, I would tell them that don't worry, be happy. We've created a world-class city for you. Enjoy your stay here at Wave City.
Nice. And a letter to you, what would you say to your 15-year-old
I'd
self?
like to avoid that.
Okay, so when we were 15-year-olds, we were avoiding our classes, you were avoiding a letter. It's okay, you never imagined how big you are playing in the industry, but it's okay. So I think that was a conversation with CJ sir. He was, of course, I'll have my coffee with him. But as we wrap up, see you another episode of In Dialogue With, where the conversations are filled with wisdoms and a lot of laughters. And see you soon.
Thank you, TMM, for having me on your show and giving me this opportunity to explain the world-class features of this world-class city called Wave City. Thank you.